Hello and welcome back to Pantheon of the Geeks. You're joining us for another unboxing video and another Shatterpoint video where we're going to look at the High Ground Terrain Pack. We're going to see what sprues you get in there, what's different from the main set, and then we'll stick it together.
I seriously thought you were going to go, well, hello there, or something.
Well, hello there. No, I'll do that when we get the other one.
Because it's the High Ground one.
I have the High Ground Anakin. No, I'll wait until we've got the Kenobi box set, which is actually yours, so you'll be the one doing it.
Oh, thanks.
So, the back tells you we've got 2 of those, like in the main set. 4 of these. So see that until, see if we get all these as well. 4 ladders like in the main set. 8 crates, same number as in the main set as well. And we have this new little building here. Cool. So, yeah, there you go, there's the cup. It's over Anakin. I have High Ground.
Random.
Sorry?
And something random.
A little random. I think that's an owl. I think that's Ahsoka's owl.
Ah.
Or what's the face's owl from the family trio. What's the name? I can't remember. The World Between, not the World Between Worlds. You know, the Mortis.
Oh yes, I know who you mean. Yeah.
Well, the owl was in the World Between Worlds.
Yeah.
The Mortis family.
That's it. Yeah.
The daughter. Right. Let's have an open of this box. Let's see what's in there.
Okay.
Nope. Still got an injured finger, so it's hard to open it. So we'll rely on the clippers to do that.
Instructions.
Not really instructions, it's an
advertisement.
Right.
Advertisement, sorry. Read this first.
Okay. Yeah. So it's just this, it's nothing really. It probably had that little code probably like takes you to the building instructions for this. That's a new sprue. That's a new sprue. So it looks like there's as many bridge sprues as in the starter set. That's a new sprue.
One of the boxes has come off already.
Right, so there's actually more of these in this set.
Oh, that's good.
So there's like 2 sets of the bridge supports. So that is good. Let's imagine we're making 2 bridges in this one. We'll have a look when we get to that. But they're exactly the same as in the core box set. So if you want to see us build that, go and have a look at that video. As are those bits. Those are the bridge pieces, so there's the same amount as in the core set. So there's enough to make 4 total bridges if you use all the bridge ends. And then you could make 4 the same length. I don't know how many, is there any little railings?
No.
Oh, I just missed them. Those 2 for the tower buildings. Yeah, there's no railings in the looks of it, unless they're in one of these sprues.
Nope.
Nope. So that's new sprues. Those are the tower sprues. That's a new sprue as well. So these sprues make up the new building, so we'll put that together first. And then I'll put the rest together off camera because it's all the same as the starter set. And we'll be back in a second with the bits for this. Okay, so these are the 3 sprues. This is the High Ground Array. They're SWP2 on the instructions. And we're looking for the A sprues. We want A 1, 2, 3, 4 to make the first part. That was cool as well. So let's get those parts off and I'll come back to put them together. Okay, so we have 4 pieces. We're basically making a box. That looks like the back piece there. There's going to be a ladder and a panel going on that bit. And then we have one of the bits is going to go on there. From the instructions it looks like that bit. I would say, just figuring out which way around it goes. Definitely that way. There we go, that's what I'm after. So that's going to fit on there like that. Then we have the other side, and then we'll have the far side. That's going to fit into there. So let's get that together. And then in the next stage we're going to need parts 5, 6 and 7, which are the formation ladders and panel and the roof section for this. Okay, so there's our box. There's the roof section, that will just fit into there. And we have 2 parts that are going to go on the back. We have this little bit there, that's going to fit into there. Then we have this little bit there, which is going to fit into there. So let's do that. So next up we have 12 and 13. Those 2 parts just go together like that. There's a bit of sprue there that needs to come off. The box is finished, and the next 2 parts are 9 and 8. And I think they just go over the top here. I think that one's 8.
Yeah, that's right.
That's going to go onto there, fitting into those prongs, and then 9 should fit over the top. That's a slightly slanted bit that Claire's still frantically trying to cut off. There we go. And that is just going to still got the same attachments. It's going to go there. We have this doorway there, so let me stick that together. So we have our tower bit there. Next we put the side bits on. So they're going to go into there. The other one goes on the other side, obviously. And then we have part 14, which is going to go at the top there. So let's stick that together. And then we'll need part 15 next, which I think is the walkway, which is going to go around here. So yeah, this bit definitely goes this way up. This looks like the bottom, but it's not. That's the top part. And you know it by having these little prongs at the bottom. So part 15 has 3 little attachments for that, and then it'll sit in the. Yeah, so that'll go on there like that. And these 2 parts are going to sit in there once the edge is on. So let me stick all that together and come back. So next up we have all the arrays that go at the top. So they're all going to go in these slots at the top here. The first 3 are 2-parters. They're 19 and 18. They just go together. There's little sockets there and little prongs there for it to fit in. We've got 21 and 22, then we've got 26 and 25. They're going to take up the 3 top slots in this. Then we have 20, which is on its own, as it doesn't stick to anything. And we have 29, which is the same. They're going to go in these smaller slots there and there. And there's another 3. Actually, I think there's more arrays, but we'll get to that. We'll put these together first, put them on, and then we'll come back and do the rest. So that's where we're at. So we have 3 slots at the front, and they're filled by some more antennae that are 2 parts. We have 17 and 18, followed by 23 and 24, followed by 28 and 27, again in the same order. So I'll go ahead and stick those on, and then I'll attach the top part of the building to the bottom part of the building via these prongs on the bottom, which go into the holes here. I'll glue that into place, and then we'll come back. Okay, so with that done, the last piece to do is there is a small recess there, and you can either put this grate in there, or you can put the Star Wars little droid eye thing, which is 2 parts in there. And so you've got an option of which you want to put in. I'm obviously going to put this one in because it's iconic.
Boom.
You laughed the first time I said that off camera. Right, so it's just those two parts going together. And then that attaches, there's actually a hole if you want to put this in there, and that goes on there. There is a chance that would snap off, to be fair. So you could magnetise that on. Or to be fair, you could just push it in like that. And for now, and for painting purposes, I'm just going to do that. I'm not going to glue that on. But yeah, or you can put the grey on. Or you can magnetise it and switch between them.
That's great.
Moving on. So that is the different building. Sorry. That's the different building from this set than from the core set. And as you can see, even though this isn't really era locked, they still don't believe in railings. So somehow built by the Empire.
Yeah, really safe.
Really safe. Really, really safe. You can see we've got at least two places the bridge can attach there, and then some higher up places the bridge can attach to. So if you did have more than one set of these, you could attach the bridge across. See how this sort of comes to the same height. So there we go. So this, you can attach a bridge across from there to there. This is on camera. Yeah, why not? So then it would sit in between there, so you can have higher ground, if you will. I should really zoom out, but there we go. So that's what you can do with that, as well as have it attached lower down, obviously. So let's go and stick. Well, yeah. The rest of this set is comprised of two of these, a bunch of these, but we do also have one of these. Two-tailed owl. It's not two-tailed owl, it's just a single-tailed owl. There we go, one of these little guys on a little rock, which is cool. I like that. And we also have a bunch of crates. So I'll go ahead and stick those together, and then we'll come back and have a look at everything in the set together. Yeah?
Yep.
And there we have it, that's how we've built the other parts. I've kept these as single blocks because I built the other two from the core set as the full ones. These are the smallest version. Got two more of these small bridges, come handy for like close quarters. Got two sets of bridges that have got pillars, so there was more pillars in this than there was in the core set. But it feels like there was less bits because I've made small. I don't know whether I've just done it differently. But got 8 crates, and then we got the laurel, and then a bunch of ladders, and we got a bunch of leftover bits and pieces. There's actually a couple of those little tower sections, these bits, which you could easily sort of just build the top part and then put it on the ground or put it somewhere else and have that as like a separate antennae somewhere. So I might do that with them, I'm not decided yet, but this is basically the course, the high ground set. What do you think?
I think it's really cool actually. It adds to it, especially having the tower.
Yeah, I like the tower section. Which is just off camera at the moment, but I showed it before. I do like the tower section.
Yeah.
I also like the fact that if you don't put railings on these bridges, you can actually attach the bridges to bridges.
Yeah.
So you can have a bit there and then attach it there, and gives you a bit more options, not putting railings on. And there were no railings in this set, like the core set. So there we go.
Yeah. Really impressed.
I'm impressed by the quality of the terrain. It's nice, it's thick, it's durable. It'll last. It's generic sci-fi. You can go with a lot of things, but it's also Star Warsy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
With a little Star Warsy touch. So I like it. I still think it's expensive for
what it is
for a set, but it's big terrain compared to like its Legion counterpart, which sort of explains it a little bit. I'm definitely not justifying costs because they set their own costs. So again, this is up to you whether you can afford it. You don't think you need it for the game. It's nice to add into the game. And if you've got your own terrain at home, you don't need it at all. You can use any terrain you like. We do have a bunch of terrain, and I've also seen 3D STL files that you buy and print off from Corvus Terrain, which are very similar to this, designed for Shatterpoint, I believe. So if you've got a 3D printer and you don't want to spend tons of money, you can get these printed off as well. So that's an option. But I do like them. For those that don't have 3D printers, it's good. It's nice durable plastic. Yeah, so I'm quite happy with it. I'm happy with it because I got it at a discount again.
Yeah.
From Magic Mad Ace, this one. Not sponsored by them or anything. Not sponsored by anybody, in fact. So it's a completely independent opinion. So there we go. So the next video we're going to be looking at the Take Cover terrain pack. Stay tuned for that. I'll also be painting some of these as well. So I might do a video on painting these. So stay tuned for that too. So see you guys later.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.